First at 4, we had disturbing new information in the fatal fire that killed a mother and her 4-year-old daughter. We're also following shocking allegations against former Today Show host Matt Lauer. This time, he's responding and he's not holding back. And Ben's working on your forecast.
Karen, let's keep it going. A lot more of this would be fantastic, but of course it's coming to an end pretty soon. We'll show you exactly when coming up. Paula?
I'm going to take you inside this commercial kitchen that actually changes women's lives tonight. And beyond that, get out your hanky. This is a 3-tissue story.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Drew. Let's start with that breaking news. First at 4, we are learning a suspect is in custody for this fire that killed a mother and her little girl. We're told a man is accused of starting the blaze in the unit directly below the victims. Star and Mila Milligan were found dead at the apartment on the 9500 block of Brace Street. Her husband and 7-year-old son are hospitalized this afternoon. We're tracking that investigation, and you'll hear from family members new at 5. A 16-year-old girl is now charged with murder in her newborn child's death. This happened in February at an East Side Detroit apartment. Prosecutors say it all started when the teen was taken to the hospital. They believe she gave birth in a toilet. That girl is accused of stabbing and killing that infant and then putting the body in a purse and hiding that purse in a closet. The teen charged with second-degree murder will be in court later this month. You're looking at the aftermath of a smash-and-grab ATM robbery over in Canton Township. Police are now investigating whether this crime could be connected to another at a gas station in Huron Township. Overnight, we're told thieves stole a truck from a nearby apartment complex and then drove right into the Imagine Theater and stole the ATM. Cleaning crews were working at the time. No one was hurt. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. As Ben earlier said, more sunshine. It's just about a perfect fall day out there. So, Ben, is the streak going to last or end soon?
It's actually going to take us to the end of the work week. So Friday may be some of the best temperature-wise days that we see. Although sunshine, it's going to be hard to beat something like this. Temperatures not quite to 70, but we're getting awfully close there at Metro. There's a noticeable wind out there. It's as high as 13 miles an hour at Metro Airport. And of course, with these clear skies, that means we're going to cool off pretty quickly tonight. So we're going to be down to around 60 degrees at midnight tonight. We're looking at the 50s again for a lot of folks and some 40s. So we'll check your 4-zone forecast for that. And then also the weekend, which is going to look a whole lot different. More on that in just a few minutes, Karen.
Former Today host Matt Lauer is giving his most direct and blistering response to new allegations about sexual misconduct. This time, a woman is claiming Lauer raped her during the Winter Olympics in Sochi. Devin Skillian in the newsroom with the new claims and lawyers' response today. Devin.
Yeah, Karen, this story is disturbing in so many different ways. The new allegations come from a new book by Ronan Farrow, as previewed in Variety. Now, we have not been able to see a copy of the book yet. It comes out next week, but the new details come from the same woman whose complaint led to Lauer being fired from the Today Show 2 years ago. Brooke Nevels has now come forward to share her story with Farrow. In the book, she says that in 2014, she went to Lauer's hotel room in Sochi after some heavy drinking. She says he pushed her against the door and kissed her and eventually assaulted her even as she asked him to stop. Nevels admits there were further sexual contacts because, she says, she was terrified about the power Lauer seemed to have over her career. While NBC fired Lauer over the allegations, he has never been criminally charged, and Nevels has not pursued any legal action that we're aware of. Today, he's fighting back, though, with an open letter. Lauer has admitted there was a consensual affair with Nevins, but also says this about the rape allegation. Here's the quote: "It is categorically false, ignores the facts, and defies common sense." And he adds, also quoting here, "Brooke did not do or say anything to object. She certainly did not cry. She was a fully enthusiastic and willing partner. At no time did she behave in a way that made it appear she was incapable of consent." End of quote. You can read Lauer's entire letter at clickondetroit.com. Meanwhile, NBC has released a statement once again condemning Lauer's behavior. We'll have more on these allegations and more from Lauer's response coming up here at 5. Karen, back to you.
All right, a very troubling story. Thank you, Devin. Battle lines are drawn and both sides are digging in as they debate the impeachment inquiry surrounding President Trump. House investigators are waiting to see if the White House will allow the former ambassador to Ukraine to be deposed. Now, that deposition is set for Friday. The White House sent an 8-page letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi last night saying it won't cooperate with the inquiry because it's, quote, illegitimate. But in the past, the courts have upheld Congress's right to run impeachment investigations as it sees fit. If neither side blinks, that's where this battle could be headed, back to court. President Trump's decision to pull U.S. troops out of northern Syria has led to this. Turkey has launched a major assault on Kurdish fighters in the region. The Kurdish fighters have been longtime U.S. allies in the fight against ISIS. Turkey considers them terrorists and had long wanted to push them away from its border. People are panicking, trying to drive away from Turkey's offense. A war monitor says at least one member of the Kurdish forces has already been killed. President Trump is already facing intense criticism here at home over his decision. All right, let's take a break from the top stories of the day and focus on a program that is changing the lives of women who need a helping hand. They're heading into a commercial kitchen to cook up a whole new life. Paula Tutman spoke with some women whose stories will touch your heart.
So what's really cooking inside this commercial kitchen is a recipe for success. We're talking about something that is going to change these women's lives.
Tab 9, page 4.
This is the inaugural year of the Zaman Culinary Arts Program at Zaman International Charities in Inkster.
So Zaman focuses on women who live in extreme poverty. Most of them have children, have been abandoned, abused, divorced, widowed, trying to have, a better life for themselves.
These women are single heads of households with children.
Going to the base and clipping.
Women living below or on the edge of the poverty line.
Well, I do it on my own. Their dads aren't around, so it gets hard.
Knowing their way around a commercial kitchen in a program like this gives them a path to a career.
And I came in here like, oh my God. It's a passion I never knew I had.
The program is free to qualified women, and it means Hannah learns how to prepare food as a path off of food stamps.
I don't like having to go through everything I go through with getting help from the state, and that's just, I've been on state assistance since I was 17. I was a young mom.
Thank you.
It's emotional for Zainab Majid, who says now she can actually look her children in the eye.
First of all, my kids are proud of me. It's so nice. They come home, sorry. And it's something that my daughter's proud of me about.
At graduation in January, these students will have 2 accreditations, including the coveted National Hotel and Lodging Certified Line Cook. That means these women, whose paths in life have not always allowed them to demand much, can command higher wages the moment they leave these doors. What the women learn to cook goes home with them for their children. So the program teaches and feeds. And then the catering gives these students even more opportunity to learn and earn.
We have amazing food, some of the best food you're going to get in Southeast Michigan. So we really encourage people to call us for their catering orders as well.
I'm smarter than I thought, and it's thanks to your program and thanks to everything I'm doing here that I could feel this that way.
You know what? You give woman food and she feeds her family for the night. You teach her to cook in a commercial kitchen, she feeds her family for a lifetime. That's exactly what this program is doing. These women graduate in January and will likely go directly into higher paying jobs. Karen.
Such an uplifting story. Thanks so much for sharing that with us. We appreciate it, Paula. Still ahead, a fashion faux pas has come to an end. A popular online site is getting back to business, and Dr. McGeorge is here.
Well, Karen, we have new information about the fight against breast cancer in America. There is encouraging news, but many women, especially African-American women, need to listen to what Sheryl Crow has learned about the disease. That story in Good Health.
Right, Doc. Up first, why a major utility is deliberately turning off the power for millions of people and how long they might be in the dark. We'll be right back.